Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. I wanted to share with you guys another wrapping technique using a traditional origami to help kind of create a way of wrapping some kind of a gift. And we did a kind of variation on the Euphoria letter fold the other day. And I thought I'd show you guys how to use a handbag origami to make a nice little case, again, for a Blu-ray disc. If you're giving these kinds of things as a gift, it's always nice to have a quick and easy way to wrap it up. Of course, you can just use wrapping paper and wrap it, or you can do something like this for something a little different. You're going to be needing paper that's 36 by 60 centimeters, so pretty good big size. And that should give you a pretty good, nice little snug case for these guys to fit in. And I've got my big paper here. I'm using just some handmade paper, and my paper's huge. I know it's going to be a little hard to see, but I'll show you guys as we get closer, as we do more steps. But as we did with the Euphoria letter fold, if you want to kind of hide a little bit of what's inside or give yourself a little extra layer in case you're using thinner paper like I am, you can wrap what you're making in some tissue paper if you like, and then put that inside. That's just kind of up to you guys. It's your call what you prefer to do. But you can also, of course, use Christmas paper for this, and then that would look super cool. And I just didn't want it to be all shiny and sparkly all over the place if I did that. So, but we've got our big paper here, and it's pretty long. I know it's bigger than you guys can see. It's pretty long here, and then it's narrower here. What we want to make sure we have is two creases. We want to have one right in the middle going both long ways and the other way as well, so that we know where our centers are. So I'll get both of these going. The longer one can be tricky, but just try your best to get a good crease. Once that's done, go ahead and get it going so that you've got your paper going not long ways, but the more narrow way here. And fold it in half so that you almost have a square piece of paper from all of this. And once you've got that part done, what we want to do is I'm going to take both of the sides here on the right and fold it towards my center. I'm going to do what's called a door base. So I'm going to fold both of these sides towards the center. Make sure you've got the open flaps at the top and the creased edges down at the bottom here. And then I'm going to take and open up each of these and put a little pressure on this edge so that it can meet up with the center of everything here, and smooth it out so that you get this nice triangle. I'm going to do the same thing on this side too. So that you wind up with something like this. I hope you guys can kind of see it all here. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to take each of these sides and fold it towards the back here. So we're just reversing the crease. Get this all folded over here. Then I'm going to take each of those flaps that I just folded and fold it back out to the outer edge. Do the same thing with this side. So you've got those two nice long narrow strips going there. Flip it over for a second. We've got this nice really long bit of stuff here in the middle. And normally with the regular handbag, this is only just long enough that it'll slide backwards nice into this area. But I'm actually going to keep this the way it is, because this is one thing you can use if you want to avoid using tissue paper. You can use this to wrap around your Blu-Ray when you're done, once you've tucked it inside. So I'll show you guys how to do that. We'll leave it. Just fold it down so that it comes even with these little triangles down here, so that it's out of the way. Turn things over for a second again and look up at the top here. And I'm just going to create a nice little triangle crease here at the top by folding all this over. Do the same thing on this side too. Then if I just take this little part here and pop it out, keep this folded down, keep this part the way it is, and then just open everything up. And do the same thing on this side. We're just popping out that layer, let that just lay flat, and keep this part over. These little flaps that you see here now, I want to go ahead and reverse so that they get tucked away, so that we get that nice little edge that we see to this handbag design. So get both of these tucked away. And then I'm just going to secure these parts, the side that you see here, by reversing that crease and letting it tuck behind. And sometimes it helps to go ahead and start reversing the crease first, and then just make sure that this whole part gets tucked back here behind everything. And this is what's going to secure this whole edge, so that when you lay it flat, nothing should pop open on the side. This whole area should be secure. You should have a little pocket in here, actually. And I'm just going to do the same thing on this side too. So if I just take everything, just start off by getting that crease going the right way, and then just make sure here that you've got this part still folded down and you tuck back behind this area with that flap. And since it's so big, this is a little flimsy, but you just want to kind of make sure you keep everything creased the way you want it and fold it so that it can come down into a nice little crease. So we've got the finished part of the top part of our handbag. Now, if I go ahead and flip everything over, you should see that we've got this nice little pocket area here. And like I say, you can just choose to keep everything wrapped here and slide this in, or you can use the technique that you can have this extra paper from to kind of create the same thing. If I have this and I slide my Blu-ray into this part of my pouch, and this is meant to be a tight fit, so just kind of keep that in mind. Slide that in, and it should be nice and tight against the edge, and you can push this up. So we've got that inside. Then I just want to kind of see how things look here. What I really ideally want to do is just create a little bit of enough here that it'll latch behind what I've put inside my envelope. You don't necessarily need a lot to go behind here, so I'm going to kind of eyeball it depending on the thickness of your case and stuff. But get an idea here of how much you'd like it to be tucked behind, like so. And once you know where that is, just go ahead and smooth this part out to the bottom. Then we're just going to do some folding really quick. So I'm going to take the Blu-ray out for a second. I'm going to take and reverse this crease first. And then I'm going to reverse the crease that's right here. And by doing that, what will happen is that I'll tuck this part into my crease, into the pocket, excuse me. So I'm just going to try to, and it sometimes helps to kind of open up the sides a little as you do this, because it does get a little tight in here. But you want to just get that tucked down as far as it'll go, and that'll give you just enough of that little flap at the top. Get everything returned to the way it was here. And if I happen to pop mine all open, just return that back into this creases, the little pockets we had. And again, this is just if you want to use the extra paper. If you find that bothersome, you can just cut it off at a point and just tuck a little of it behind to give the envelope some stability. Now, if we just go back to where we were before, and I just go ahead and slide this in. So you should have just a tiny little bit up there at the top that you can then tuck behind what you've made, and then just let the rest of this fall forward. And if you find, depending on how long everything was, that there's a little bit extra paper here, you can go ahead and create a nice little edge by folding everything over and then securing that either with some double-sided tape or some glue, or you can just leave it as it is and just put a piece of ribbon around that to kind of finish it off. So it kind of gives you just a nice little finished, completed piece for everything. And that's just one kind of way to wrap a gift for this holiday season using a traditional origami pattern, just supersized so that it'll work for other things. And I hope to share some more fun projects like this with you guys as we get closer and closer to the holidays. So check back for those, and thank you always so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.